Hello, I'm Michael Willems and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Arduino Uno Q. I've seen a lot of coverage about the Arduino Uno Q and not all complimentary. Some people say I've had it with Arduino and so on. And I don't know why, because this is an awesome little device. It's a little box, a little board rather, and it contains a fully functional Linux computer on one end, single board computer, runs Debian Linux. And on the other side, it's a microcontroller, an Arduino basically. And they talk to each other via a bridge. So what can you do with a device like that? Let me show you an example. This is a little box that I made, and I made a few of them, just to show what this thing can do, but also because it's useful. I made this for my company. It's a little intranet server box that serves an intranet site, and it populates that intranet site with useful stuff like my sales up to the moment, that's this here, things like environmental parameters, the temperature in the store and so on, also parameters outside and the weather forecast. So a whole bunch of useful stuff that is actually useful for my business. The passport office wait times, we do passport photos, quite a lot of them. And it's got all sorts of additional functionality. Let me show you inside what it looks like. I took the cover off and I made 3 of these. So in here we have the single board computer. We have an extension board I made with just strip board that provides a whole bunch of power and earth connectors, as well as some converters from 5 volt to 3.3 volt. A port expander, so I can put more switches and lights on, a buzzer, and so on. And on the outside there is a sensor for various parameters like temperature, atmospheric pressure, and so on, and an LED or an LDR, light dependent resistor, so I can see whether it's night or day in the office. So a device like this, I made 3 of them by now because it's becoming mission critical. And it's a really cool device. Operation is via this panel here. So for instance, command 1 tells me the temperature, command 2 tells me the humidity, command 3 atmospheric pressure in hectopascals, and so on. 7 is sales up to the moment. So my sales right at this moment for the day are $729. Lots more stuff. It has a relay in it that clicks and a buzzer that buzzes. So here's the relay and buzzer test. So does a whole bunch more stuff. Logs alarms, sends on demand, sends an email with business analytics to me every day. So, you know, an awesome device and of really practical use. And I couldn't do this without something like an Arduino, because look at the number of inputs and outputs, all these switches and LEDs, that's the way I like it. And devices, you know, there's the LDR, there's the environmental sensor and so on, and there's room for lots more. So the software consists of a bunch of different apps really, a bunch of Python apps that do the main doing, that's the main Python app, but also Python apps to update the weather, to grab sales results via a Square API, to update a database with those results, and so on. It also contains a database of passport sizes that we update ourselves and we maintain. So it contains a whole bunch of useful things. Much of that is done in PyCode. Some of it, of course, is done on the Arduino, all the operation and the feedback and the LEDs and the switches. That's all Arduino stuff. And so the Arduino and the computer talk to each other. And then there's JavaScript and HTML, of course, as well. And then there's cron jobs. So by now, it's a fairly complicated device in terms of its software architecture. I'll put a link in the comments. I'll put a link also to the manual in the comments so you can see exactly my thinking and how it works and what it does. So suffice it to say, the Arduino Nano is a really cool device. And I really don't know what people have against it. Yeah, it's not for beginners perhaps, unless you want to use it just as a little Arduino, which is fine. Then it's for beginners. But if you want to use it to do serious stuff, you can. And nor did I have to write it all myself. For example, the API to Square was almost entirely written by ChatGPT for me. And so there's other things. I feed ChatGPT my code very regularly, and I say, hey, what's wrong? Why won't it compile? And it tells me, you left out a semicolon. And it does that more quickly than I could do it myself, of course. So this Arduino is a fantastic little device. I recommend it. They are just going up in price tomorrow, I think, but who cares? It's still cheap for what it does. So go ahead and get one and play. And yeah, if you want to do it properly, put it in a nice box, right? Put some nice cabling on. Do it properly, and you'll have a proper, real device. So I made 3 of these, like I said, because it's becoming mission critical. This passport database, for example. And the main page shows to all my staff all day long on their Macs. So it's the first thing they see. So they see what the sales are, they see what the wait time is at the passport office, and so on. They see a screen like this. I'll show you. All right, go have fun with the Arduino Uno Q. I recommend it.